Questions? Where's someone else to get to talk today?
John, you got off opposite to the nice lead in the first half, unlike the last game where you're going to be started slow. The second half kind of went the other way. What was your just overall assessment of the win?
At this point we need wins. So that's a good team. I told Martin on their team, who's a very good player. I think our guys did a good job of guarding him today. And I told him, in many ways, I think their team is like our team. They're much better than their record, And so they have really good offensive players. Bobby does a good job with them. Their defense is unorthodox. They keep you off balance. And so, you look at their record and then you watch them on film, and they're going to be really good before the year's over. And I think it might be sooner than later with that group. Now with us, we came out in the second half and, started off missing the layup and then had some turnovers. And then all of a sudden they get momentum, they get energy, the feel of the game quickly change, and that's what sports is about. That's what athletics is about. We have to not do that.
How important was it to force the 14 turnovers from them in the first half? I think that was 40% of their possessions led to that. You obviously got some points out of that.
Yeah, I thought it helped. We got out in transition a little bit. Obviously Devontae hit some shots. But as much as, and I haven't looked at the final numbers, I felt like we gave all of them right back to them in the second half. Which we have to take care of the ball better than that.
What did you tell your guys when they started picking up full court, trapping on the pass? What did you tell your guys to settle them down?
I don't know that we did settle down. But that's how they play. That was not a surprise. That's what we prepared for. I think we have to do a better job when getting pressured of responding to that as the person with the ball as well as the receivers. But I thought we knew we had too many turnovers, and I put them in the category of unforced turnovers. And so we just have to take care of the ball better. We have a team that when we are moving the ball, we someone at the other end is going to be able to score. We can put 5 guys on the court, and those that put in the game that can score. And so we have to keep the ball hopping, keep the ball moving, which we didn't do a good job of, as well as we have been doing. We didn't do a good enough job of that in the second half.
Was there a lack of communication when they went basically ISO, 2-man game ISO, and was scoring a couple back-to-back baskets? Were you guys not communicating and helping?
No, quite honestly, when they went to that, we knew what was coming. We called it out. Sometimes the offense is just better than the defense. I mean, they like I said, they have good players. And so no, it was not someone fell asleep. It was not a miscommunication, between Elliott and Martin. Those are two, those guys would thrive in the Big East. Not just can play, they would thrive in the Big East. And so, they went to ISOs and the guys scored.
What was working about your 3-guard lineup of Trey, Devontae, and LJ that helped you keep the lead?
Yeah, I just wanted just to try to let little Trey get his legs back, and let him get out there and just get a little bit of a rhythm. So I wanted to play, especially in that second half. I wanted to leave him out there as much as if he physically could go, just to get back out there. But I mean that's we played similar lineups a good portion of last year. And so they weren't necessarily a big team. And so matching up, it actually was better matchups. When we went small, we matched up better with them. But all those guys can initiate the offense for us and also make a shot. So it worked today. That was the lineup, or it was a smaller lineup at the end of the first half. I think we pulled away. I don't remember who exactly it was, but I know we went small.
You clearly said last game you weren't concerned about Devontae's shooting from the last game, but that said, nice to see him rebound, especially with what's coming up.
Yeah, I don't worry about his offense. Never. I've lost a lot of nights of sleep over a lot of different things, as it relates to this young man. None of them have to do with offense. No, it never will. And so the ball's not going in, who cares? That means the basket's crooked.
Questions for Devontae?
And that's me saying that, not him.
Devontae, what about that, the fact that you were able to bounce back tonight or whatever it was, 10 for 16 from the floor and have the kind of night you had?
It feels great, man. My teammates just supported me, pretty much through all the games. And I finally feel like, the weight is off my shoulders a little bit. And coach has been telling me, just to keep playing. Like you said, he's not worried about the offense. So, shots were going to fall eventually. And, I appreciate my teammates, for just continuing to find me and continue to, look for me when I'm open.
The first one went in tonight. Did you have a sense after that one that it was gonna be a pretty decent night?
Yeah. I mean, it was just a rhythm shot, and like I said, my teammates just continued to find me, man, and then it was, just shots.
You hit 5 threes tonight and also 5 shots from within the arc. How do you balance your outside scoring with taking it to the rim?
I don't really think about it too much. I just try to, take the best shots and, continue to stay in rhythm, continue to be aggressive and make plays.
Devontae, you were almost face guard number 4 as part of the second half. Talk about that and how good of a player is he?
Oh, he's good, man. Actually, over the summer we played up at quite a few gyms and, saw kind of the type of player that he was. So I knew, at some point he was going to try to be really aggressive against us, knowing that, we're from around the same area. So just, he's a great player. And like he said, he can play in the Big East with anybody. And, he's a tough matchup.
John, you, 2 teams have played zone against you, obviously Syracuse next. Their coach felt that their zone maybe gave them the best shot against you guys today. How do you just generally feel about your offense right now going into that game on Saturday?
We'll see. I thought their zone was effective, just it's unorthodox. They went man a few possessions and we got some good looks and they went right back to it. We'll see. I mean, sir, it's easy to sit here and say, oh, the last 2 games, or you played against the zone, but what Bryant did and how they play their zone is different from Maryland Eastern Shore, and that's different from how Syracuse plays it. So yes, you've gone against a zone, but each one, I think we're going to look at a few different things to attack, a few different ways to attack it. And I think, I can't remember whether I've said this in here just now or whether I said out with the TV. It's easy with Syracuse to focus and start talking about, oh, their defense, their zone, their zone, their zone. They are a very good offensive team. And so what we do down the other and how we get stops is as important as how we attack whatever defense they play.
Sean, with Syracuse coming in on Saturday and having won these last 2 games, what do you take out of these last 2 heading into there and how you feel like overall your team is playing?
Taking 2 wins, which we needed. That's stating the obvious, but it still feels good to take 2 wins. Each team is different. Each team is different, and so in spite of the answer that I just gave, Ben, the last 2 games we have seen a zone, and so there may be some similarities. I haven't looked at Syracuse yet. I'm gonna do that tonight. Actually, I saw part of one of their games, but I mean, we'll see. Saturday's completely different. Saturday's Georgetown, Syracuse. All this stuff goes out the window, man. It's Georgetown, Syracuse.
Devontae, what was it like to have Trey back tonight? And what do you think about this team's depth now that White's also back? You guys are full strength.
That's great, man. I think they're, key parts to what we're trying to work toward this year. And, Trey brings us a lot of energy off the bench, and so does Paul. He's a great rebounder, can defend, can rebound, and, it's great to have him back.
Devontae, now that got these 2 wins, Syracuse is on deck, you've played them. What were your thoughts about getting that thing going again?
We need to win again. We need another win, especially Syracuse.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.